you got healed this time, but whatever you do, don't make these bad decisions again, because a worse thing could come upon you, and you may not get healed from it.
Right. Well, praise the Lord. So I'm glad you guys brought up gluttony because it reminded me that I had a testimony. Um, I had a problem with gluttony, but I didn't realize it when I was a younger man because my metabolism was so fast, right? But in hindsight, half of a large pizza is an awful lot of food for dinner, and 6 donuts is an awful lot of food for breakfast, right? This is where I was in graduate school. But I had this lightning metabolism. So, but you hit 30, your metabolism starts to slow, gain the weight, yada, yada. I'm kind of blessed because I have an identical twin brother. And for some reason, his biological clock runs a few years ahead of mine, and he usually gets to the health consequence first, right? So he became a diabetic, and just other things. And it took a while for them to figure out that it was diabetic that was causing him these neuropathies in his legs, pain in his legs, numbness in his legs. But when they finally figured it out, he got on the phone to me and said, "Hey, man, I'm a diabetic. You better watch out for this." So I'm next trip to the doctor, hey, check the A1C, check the fasting blood glucose. And sure enough, I was pre-diabetic. And it was a simple matter of getting the weight down, right? I was probably around 210, 215. I didn't need to lose tons of weight. I'm a little more disposed to diabetes because of our Hispanic heritage, right? Our mother's Hispanic. So, we might not look fat, but, the BMI is climbing up a little bit and we're at high risk for it. But so some prayer, some self-control, and, kind of interesting, the Lord also healed my twin brother. He's not diabetic anymore. Why? Because he went down from 240 to 185, and we're both about 6'2", and so this was the chastening of the Lord, and it's very much with the reaping and sowing, right? It's not like you're trying to be like one of Job's friends trying to guess what the sin is that caused the disaster. It's pretty clear from the law of reaping and sowing. And so I praise the Lord Jesus, and there are a couple other health things have come up related to the weight. After I lost some of the weight, at one point I said, I thought I was getting old, and I wasn't. A lot of the pain was gone. I was just fat.
If you see what I see, that the grave is empty, then you know what I know. Anything is possible. If you see what I see, that the grave is empty.